right now. We about to start right now.
All right.
Oh, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We live, man. We live, man. Welcome to another episode of Bandog Talk with the Dog Guy. And I got a special guest, man. He's been here before, man. He laid it down for us, man. But we got Bandog for life coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we gonna get down to the nitty-gritty, man. We got a great topic tonight. And of course, Bandog Talk is brought to you by Formula One Canines, man. You know what I mean? Where the performance dogs live, where the performance dogs are made. You know what I mean? Formula
Where
One
matters at.
where it all matters, man. The top tier, the tippity top. You know what I'm saying? That's Formula One Canines. And of course, we got Bando for life, man.
Yeah.
Thing, what he does with his dogs and his band dogs, man, making what you say, Bando? Making dogs great again. Is that what you say, Bando?
Let's make dogs great again.
I mean, that's
Let's not forget the performance.
I mean, we can't forget that, man. Make performance dogs great again, not just regular dogs, but performance dogs great again. So
indeed,
tonight's gonna be a great topic, man. Let me go ahead and put that on the ticker, man. What tonight's topic is gonna be about. You know what I'm saying?
Sooner or later they'll watch this. Whether they chime in now or later, it's like candy, baby. Now or later, you gonna have it, and you're gonna crave it.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? It don't matter if people's watching right now or they watch later. We're gonna lay down the content, and we're gonna make sure that people gonna come back. You know what I mean? Listen again, listen another time, share, because we got some real stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And we'll kind of let maybe a couple people come up in here, Bando.
Yeah, that was good, man. They got a lot of people that got great dogs out there, man. Like for real.
I mean, man. I don't know if you got your herbal. I know you got your herbal sensation.
You know it
rolled up. I don't know if you got your
already.
Okay, good, man. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and toast, man. I don't smoke no more. I retired, man, but I do got
I feel for you.
I mean, man, I was a veteran. Like I was a connoisseur veteran. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I just went ahead and changed clothes. That's all it was, and that's all it is.
Change clothes is always good.
Yeah. But I salute everybody who still is in that connoisseur bracket, and I'm sure that's what you are as a connoisseur, a veteran, when it comes to the herbal sensation. So man. Roll that thing up, light it up right now. I'm gonna tell you, I got my vodka lemonade though. I got my vodka lemonade though, so I don't know what you got over there with you sipping.
I fuck with the Modelo's.
Well, I'll go ahead and toast to you with the Modelo and the vodka.
Likewise, my boy. It's all good and fun and some locker room talk, with no emotions included. Yeah, but we could ruffle some feathers. We definitely will do that. You feel me?
Yeah. We're not gonna play with that Whitney Houston. I get so emotional, man. We're not
never
gonna do that, family. But
these niggas better wait to exhale, nigga.
we definitely might ruffle some feathers. You know what I mean? But I mean it's the truth, right? What we're gonna talk about tonight is the truth. We're not gonna talk about no fabrication. We're not gonna create no content for drama. We just gonna tell you the truth about what we see and what we experience when it comes to these dog communities, when it comes to these so-called dog men and dog women. We just gonna talk some real talk. That's all we're gonna do.
Right.
Hey, look, we got some guests in the building, man. We got was it Crixion? Hey, if I pronounce your name wrong, family, I apologize, man. But salute to you. He said love the channel. Salute to him. Hey, we got Mubu Bugatti here in the building. He said 400 pup be in the Bronx soon. Okay.
That's my nigga.
Okay. That's
right. That's how we doing it, state to state. Nigga, I'm trying to get like motherfucking Boost Mobile and go nationwide with this motherfucker.
Man, that's how you do that there, man.
We going state to state with this shit.
Hey, salute to you, Bando. Congratulations. Salute to you, Mubu, on getting your Bando for life.
Thank you for believing in a nigga. Forever thankful. Get ready for some headaches. You be like, goddamn Bando, why you send me this shit?
Hey man, I mean he hollered at you for a reason. He knew he wanted a working dog, so he got one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And salute to that, man. And salute to your
hey, I ain't going to cap to you, my nigga. You know how I got introduced to him?
How's that, brother?
Through you.
Really?
Hey.
Wow, ain't that something, man? That's what's up.
Hey, we can all have a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? I just, I want to own a factory. You know what I mean? Like, let's build to own type shit. We could build this shit together. However, make one, promote one, and shit, vice versa.
For sure, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Man. That's one thing that you'll know about me, Bando, is that, you know what, I'm the same with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I want to give back. That's part of my, mission from the Most High God is, whatever God blessed me with and gave me, I got to give it back. So I'm always here to give. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the use of holding that? You know what I mean? What's the use of holding it and being a covetous spirit? I ain't me. You know what I mean? I don't want to hold shit. I'd rather give it because you know what it says in the scriptures, man? It says, give and it shall be given back unto you. That's what it say in the scriptures.
But you know what, though? It's not like you give where it's like, I'm expecting something in return. Genuinely, you get that shit back.
That's right. That's right. It's the cycle.
Yes.
Hey, RKBB's in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salute.
Yeah.
Hold up. You know what I'm saying? We got some good content tonight.
Yes, sir.
We got some great content tonight. Man, you know what? Like I said, what we about to talk about is real talk. Okay. Without the emotions.
No emotions.
You might hear some passion. You might hear some passion. You know what I'm saying? Which means, you just rooted in what you're talking about, right? That's something that's just in you to speak the real. But we're not going to get Whitney Houston. I get so emotional.
We're not with the rah-rah. We're not going to be with the rah-rah.
No, we're not. Because that's, of course, how the enemy works. The enemy wants us to get emotional, and then we get outside of ourselves, and now we're talking reckless. And that's not what we're here to do tonight. We're not here to talk reckless. We're here to get to the problem and hopefully break the problem down and solve it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we want to do.
Sir.
Get to the problem, figure it out, break it down, build it back up, solve it, move forward. That's how we want to operate tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, like I was telling Bando, get your, if y'all like y'all herbal sensations, get y'all stick ready, roll y'all
get ready.
Up,
it should have been already ready.
I mean, it should have been, but we gotta let them be prepared, Bando. You know how we do.
Stay ready. You don't have to get ready in a real way.
But they learning. Right now, they learning. So right now, hey, get your sticks ready. Hopefully, if y'all tapping in, to this every week, every Thursday night, 6:15 p.m. Pacific time, y'all tapping in, y'all should already be ready. Get
ready, man. Get ready, stay ready, and yeah.
Yeah.
Until the time comes.
We're gonna have some good dog man talk. You know what I mean? Some good dog man talk tonight. And of course, the topic tonight is beware of the drama and hate. Dog man communities, man. That's the move, man. That's the topic of tonight.
It's a cold game. Cold game.
Life is a cold
game.
Life is a cold game. Okay. This right here is, the dog game is, I don't know, man. It's turning real feminine now. It's turning real feminine. The dog game. It's turning very, and there's nothing against my dog women. You know what I mean? My dog ladies out there, this is not a knock on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, as far as that energy of, not thinking necessarily with your manhood, but you're thinking with how you feel, right? When you feel a way, you're going to react on your feelings. And with the feminine energy, that's more of the nurturer. That's the woman. They're a nurturer, and they act off of feelings first. They still smart, but at the same time, the feelings hit them first. But
let me tell you something, not to cut you off. I do know some females that be working the fuck out them dogs just like what men do. Facts.
Okay, and that's why I said it's nothing against the female dog man. That's why I made sure.
No, we're just saying that in general because they act more hoes than what a female would. That part.
Yes, that part. No, for sure.
Yeah. Part. Yeah, like that. That's why we're saying it like that. So they know. They know.
We have to be politically correct because there might be some women who is dog women, like you mentioned, who have that ability to be rational first before they put their feelings involved first. You know what I mean? Like
they let the dogs do their thing. They're like, fuck, what the fuck? Like, what?
Correct.
And I gotta respect it. But you know what it is? I think the main problem is people want to be accepted. You know, I'd rather be liked by, or not even liked, rather interact with 5 legit solid people that's authentic than deal with a bunch 30 individual who is cutthroat, narrating, and just want to talk to you and all this and all that. Why? Because they want to pillow talk after they hang up with you. Oh, guess what Bando told me? Or, oh, look what Bando showed me. They're in it not for being enthusiastic about the thought of having good dogs and able to connect the dots. Hell nah. They get off trying to know your business and try to get enough information to assassinate a motherfucker's character. Like they on here on a dating site. This ain't about me. The only thing you should think about me as is my characteristics and how do they reflect in my damn dogs. How do I take care of my dogs? What I feed my dogs? Why is all my dogs obedient? Chain or no chain? They don't talk about that. They think that shit is no sense of appreciation. Where in reality, 9 shots cost $160. When you get it, your dog don't have 2 series of shots. Right. Feeding them A1 shit. People they no appreciation, but they rather come in. If you have no backbone in what you have going, how do you expect a next individual to believe in your sauce when you show nothing but a pack mentality? Fuck that. I'm alpha.
That's real. That's real. I hear you. Well, shit,
fall in line or get ran the fuck over.
Bando, let's dig right down to the nitty gritty. I think, man, we got 4 people in the building. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Whoever else come in, it's all good. Catch us on the back end if y'all miss.
Man, catch it when you on your break. It's all good. Niggas is working, watching the game, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, working, taking care of your dogs, plugging your ear set. You feel me? Go ahead and plug in because we gonna talk some knowledge. So let's dig right into the nitty gritty, Bando. So I know, and this is for everybody, I know that I'm going to say we as dog men, real legitimate dog men who mind their own business, right? Who mind and take care of their own dogs, have experienced individuals who come in, who try to dictate what you're doing, who try to commentate on what you're doing, and not on no constructive criticism. Remember, Bendo, we talked about the constructive criticism, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. It's a godly thing, right? Because that's how you.
It's a man thing. It's a strong individual thing. Let me rephrase that.
Yes, 100%. So not on no constructive criticism that they chime in, but they chime in on more watching you on the sidelines. They on the sidelines, not even on the side. They in the stands. They in the stands watching you. Then they're going to commentate on your game like their name is Stephen A. Smith, right? They're going to commentate on you like they got an authority, like they true players. And then not only are they going to commentate, but they're going to commentate on you in a negative way. They're going to try to bring you out your character and come out in a negative way to pretty much downplay what you're doing as a dog man. Okay. Now, have you experienced any of this in your dog man career, in your dog man tenure? Bando, have you experienced?
Yes, I have. Yes, man.
Can you elaborate if you can?
All right. Basically, for all the newcomers and stuff, if whoever has interacted with me on social media, I'm not a bit show off, but I do like to show off my dogs. When people say they don't have shit to prove, then that's a red flag to me, because I gotta prove my dogs are worthy to every customer, hater that comes along and comes my way. I have something to prove. I gotta show my dogs have great working attributes, just like how I preach. I want my dogs to be a reflection of that. So you know how I roll. Well, anyway, long story short, I sent an individual a video, nothing major, just a little backyard boogie shit. And mind you, we used to be on good speaking terms, but as soon as I didn't want to go with the misleading and the illusions and smoke screens that they want to label these dogs as. The exact same video I gave him, mind you, this is 7 months later.
Okay.
The nigga edited shit and posted it up on the internet talking about Bandog's a dog fighter. Like,
Whoa. Whoa.
like why? Just why would you do that? Which in reality, in all aspect, I didn't give a fuck about. But it's the principality to things.
Right.
I gave that shit in confidence, and regardless if I don't like, if me and you fall out right now, I'm not going to show anything that you sent me to try to sabotage your reputation or whatever, which in reality, that's a red flag. That's something you got to be aware of. An individual who's willing to dampen their own reputation just to try to sabotage yours. So therefore, what you got to do, you got to keep it sucker free. You know, you got to be sucker free. In other words, you got to stand on your own and get what you get out the mud. You got to be authentic with it. Like I used to get 5 views in 5 days, but I kept on feeding this shit. Stick behind my formula, my program, always ears open to the scanner though. What I mean by ears open to the scanner, you know, for instance, I had a spring pole and my dogs, they're athletic. So they used to jump high and bam, the swing and it looks good. But an individual told me, hey, Bando, you'll get a lot more results if you let your dog's hind legs touch the ground. I could have been like, yeah, you don't tell me shit. Woo. I said, really? I'm going to check it out. And sure enough, I seen my dogs get that more of a workout than just hanging. And from that point on, he gave me the game when it comes to shipping. See, people don't know how to ship dogs. You asking people how many dogs have they shipped, and they don't know how. There's a no ban, a breed ban. Every time you ship dogs, you see like 30 different goddamn breeds that's banned from flying.
Right.
He gave me the game. What I'm trying to say is, if I would have been unhumble, arrogant, I know everything mentality, I would have lost gems that would have helped me be more productive in what I'm trying to accomplish. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So therefore, he even told me, I was waiting for you to see how you were going to take things. And I see you take it for the better of your dog. So look, this is what I'm going to lace you up on. Vital information. But people tend to gravitate towards people who have a backbone. You can have 6, 7, 8, what you want to call them, commissions or whatever.
Yep.
But 6, 7, 8 people ain't about shit. But you got 2, 3 people that got some solid shit going that you guys could learn from each other. Them 7 people can never, ever share as much knowledge as them 3 people. Because they're in it for the best, make dogs great again. These people want to be liked and accepted.
Right.
I wanted to show and floss and let you know what I got.
Yeah, you doing it for the dogs.
Yes, like this is what I got. You know what I mean? Now this is like, hey, do you guys like it? If you guys give me compliments, I'll give you. If you give me compliments, I'll give you compliments. Just stroking each other's whistle. Now, fuck that. I want somebody to be authentic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we could learn from each other. If you really care about what the fuck I'm doing, you ain't gonna say good job. You gonna tell me, nigga, you doing something wrong.
Right.
I want to see you grow. I want to see you grow. But these niggas want to be stroked. You hear me?
That's true. That's the truth, man. You know.
But it says a lot about them in real life. That these people ain't. Oh, I'm alpha. I always say that shit. A fucking weenie ass. I'm alpha. The fuck up. No, you're not. Because I could tell how you get emotional when somebody don't go along with your shit.
That's that Whitney Houston.
Never. Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, okay. So How? I mean, so were you able to resolve it or what?
No, it is forever. Fuck him. You know what I mean? He lost out. Whether if he wanted something or not. I've been the type of nigga. I fuck with you. Hey, my boy, I got 6 dogs, man. They fucking each other up. You want one? Or he may need some information, or he might need some medication.
Right.
You better feed his dogs raisins and fucking all types of poison. Oh yeah, and then when my dog died, you know what I mean? When I lost my Bandog, that shit hurt a nigga. That I felt like I lost it. Huh?
When'd you lose a dog?
Oh well, that's how I named my whole channel after Bandog. This nigga poisoned my dog. When my house caught on fire, they had to relocate us because they had to fix it. Right. And they moved due to the value of my house. They had to move me in a decent area. You can't move me to no motherfucking slums. Which in reality, I wish I would have, because I would have had my dog. But this nigga out of 10, the first 10 days, he caught ASPCA 7 fucking times.
Oh man.
And so, you know, they came with no dogs, left with no dogs. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I guess he got mad, and I remember the day and everything when Bando went around the house, and from that point on, he was just throwing up. His door smelled like straight shit, and it was like burgundy. Niggas made fun of that. Niggas was clowning. But what comes around goes around. His dog just mysteriously fucking died. That shit made my shit hard. I was like, that's love, bitch ass nigga. What comes around goes around. This shit ain't funny no more, huh?
Right, that's karma.
Yes, sir. But nevertheless, I'm being productive. I'm meeting good people. I have met more good people on the internet than bad. Because the bad, I don't even get mad at it. I laugh at it. And I outdo them niggas. Because I got everything to prove.
Right.
That part.
Well, man, salute to you, man. I'm glad you
likewise.
I'm glad you bounced back. You know what I'm saying?
We got to bounce back. It's the only way. It's like a basketball. You got to bounce.
Got to. And it's unfortunate that you share something with somebody, and then because they couldn't take what we call constructive criticism, that they went ahead and took what you shared out of context and then try to put you on blast, versus being a man and just having a conversation with you, because I'm sure that you guys had that relationship where y'all can talk with each other.
Yeah, he had my number. If you felt some type of way, you shouldn't be like, hey, Bando, man, I felt like you trying to downplay my nigga dogs. Right. And I'd be like, nah.
Right.
I just don't feel they are the caliber that you're saying they are. And I'm not going to address it or label it as that, because 2 wrongs don't make a right. And I'm just as guilty if I promote this bullshit.
Right, exactly.
But what difference does it make if I want to promote it or not? If you feel that they are, why do you need me to even speak on that?
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? But this is the problem. Like, back to the topic at hand. This is the problem with dog communities, right? Men, especially men, because there's mostly men in these communities, even though there's women in it. There's mostly men. Why can't men have a real man-to-man conversation without the Whitney Houston, without the emotions, and just say, hey, brother, did you mean, like what you said, did you mean that my dogs is not what I say it is, or whatever? Like, just have a conversation. Hey, what do you mean by that? And like you said, if you broke it down to him where he had a comprehension, understanding of what you were saying, I'm sure he wouldn't have took it that way and wouldn't have did what he did. But he decided to move on his own emotion,
because it was already in his heart, my nigga.
Okay.
So it was already in his heart. He knew he didn't like me the first time he heard me.
Oh man, that's horrible.
He knows it.
That's horrible. If that's the case, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not even, then he wasn't right from the beginning, from the get-go.
His intentions weren't pure.
And that's the problem, you know what I mean, with these dog communities. You got a lot of different people involved in it, and there's a lot of people who don't have morals or ethics in life, yet alone dogs, right? Yet alone dogs, but in life they don't have any ethics 101 and any morals 101. You know what I'm saying? To where, or any manhood 101. I mean, shoot, the world today is not manhood driven. You know what I mean? It's very feminine driven right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, the man is shunned upon in the world today. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course, in the dog community, we got to expect the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
The man
But
is acting more like hoes and the females are acting like more like men.
yeah, it's flipped. It's flipped. It's a reverse. It's a flip. Like you said, the
Mhm.
females are more like the men, and the men is more like the women, which is not how it was designed. Trust me, it wasn't. That's not how God designed it.
Mm-mm. And you know what it is? Is these people, right, that they like to use their race as an excuse. Oh,
Mm.
they're just racist. They're just white people that are racist.
Oh
No, they're
man,
not. It's just
yeah.
that they choose not to deal with these niggas.
Oh,
Put the ER in it though.
we are in it.
Put the
Oh,
ER in it.
oh
They don't want
Lord.
it. We giving you something. You do a little one or two things, and then now you know every motherfucking thing. Like I'm not here for you. You're not here to contradict me. I've been doing this shit when you didn't. I don't even want to say it, but I've been doing this shit a long, long time. I'm getting people are so they want to be the boss.
Right.
I'd rather be a solid ass Indian that's gonna have to try thriving than being a boss and my Indians ain't about shit.
Oh,
But these niggas are the exact same niggas that would be a sorry ass motherfucking chief with some sorry ass Indians, but all rah rah.
teach.
That's why they on the internet full emotional. They remind me of my bitch. Cause why? They ain't really doing what they say they doing. Cause if they would, it would not fade them not a little bit.
Oh man.
They
Oh,
tell on themselves. Look at you. Did you get in your feelings?
oh
Did
man.
I try to pluck your feathers?
Damn it.
Look at where we at now. So them niggas that I don't fuck with Bando. I don't fuck with. Oh shit. It's a red flag.
Yeah.
Cause I fuck with Bando. Bando try to come at me and pluck feathers with me, but I about to line his ass and he liked it.
Right.
So
Right.
why he ain't fucking with you?
You're right. You're right about that. You know what I'm saying? But I
Let
mean,
your dogs be your friend and show your motherfucking dogs. It's a great thing to be a competitor. A
yes.
competitor don't mean you're a hater. It means you're a competitor. You compete. So therefore, you only as good as what you go against. So nigga, who in the fuck you going against? You not going against nothing. That's why you getting along and want to be a commission. You soft. Bunch of
Well,
soft
well, watch
individuals.
this, Bando. Watch this, Bando. This is what's going on with the dog world today, the dog man of today. The internet allowed the dog man to have a face. Think of it. Back in the day, it was about the
Uh-huh.
dog. Okay. Back in the day, it was
Mm-hmm.
about the dogs, right? Now the internet, you can put your face on there. So now these individuals is putting their face on there and they want the fame over the dog. They want to be more
Mm-hmm.
famous than the dog,
They're
right?
living through their dogs.
Not even that. They trying to be the dog. Think about it. Think about it. Think about back in the day, especially when we talk about performance dogs. It was the merit of your dog that got you the recognition. It was the merit
Mm-hmm.
of the dog itself that got you as the dog man behind the dog the recognition.
The
Now it's
fame.
now it's the promoter or the influencer that is the like the forefront of the dog now you see more of these individuals than the dog. Now you hear more of the voice of the person than you see the actual dog, which is, you
Why
know,
is
it's,
that?
well, because it's fame, right? People want to be famous, and you know, with social media, anybody can be famous, anybody can go viral on social media. So yeah, instead of making their dog go viral, they want to go viral. They want their face to go viral so they can get some, you know, little DMs from the little Instagram whores or whatever. You know what I mean? They want to, you
It's a
know, they
persona they're trying to keep up with. And when
well,
you talk negative or say something constructive, they take that as an automatic offense. Why? Because they got to keep that reputation up to par.
well, they got it backwards, like you said, man. You said it. It's supposed to be about the dogs, right? If we let the dogs do the talking and versus us, then we wouldn't have this drama and this hate. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have this discrepancy in the dog community that we have today. But instead, everybody want to have an opinion on somebody else's program or what somebody else is doing versus like we thought what you just mentioned earlier in what I would call your testimony in a sense, right? You spoke upon a guy who gave you constructive criticism.
And he gave me gems.
He wasn't hating on you, saying, "Oh man, oh you ain't your dog says piece of shit because they over there jumping up. Their dog ain't work." They ain't talking like that. Or he wasn't talking like that. He was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna give you a little game, man. It's better for you to go ahead and drop that little toy down a little bit. Make sure his legs is touching the ground. Have him work the foot pro like that because that's gonna build his legs. It's gonna build his neck. It's gonna build his back. It's gonna
He seen that I was trying to make my dogs better. So how is he a hater when he just gave me a tip to make my dogs better?
Correct. Because you know what? To him, it was about the dogs, man. It wasn't about him. It wasn't about you. It was about the dog. He saw your dog, saw what you was doing. He said, "Hey, man, this is what I've learned by what I'm doing. Hey, apply this to what you doing, Bando, for the dog." Okay. But see, that's few and far between, Bando, in today's time. You know what I mean? That's few and far between those types of dog men.
Why?
Well,
why?
Because they're famous. Because individuals want to be famous. I'm trying to be politically correct, Bando. I don't want to.
I understand.
You know what I mean? But individuals want to be famous, Bando. Listen, drama draws attention, shares. So if they're showing you, and then if they getting you out your character to be emotional and be drama, that back and forth, people read your comments. And when you're commenting in a negative way back and forth, people read that, people like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing it for clout. They call that nowadays. What they call that nowadays, Bando? They call that they call that trolling. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, trolling. Yeah.
That's what they're doing nowadays in today's time. You know what I'm saying? Which is the worst thing when it comes to this dog man community. It's horrible, but that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on, and that's what's the reality is. Hey, check this out. Let me put this on the screen. Right? Hey, Bando, are you on your computer, man? Can you see?
I can see what's on the screen. Bando gave me game on the paperwork tip, how to register them as hybrids, and gave some game on the dogo tip. Yup. Shit. I'm just passing on something so you could better your dogs and give your customers what they want and what they deserve. You know what I mean? You just dot your I's and cross your T's. Fuck it.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, but see, listen, people are listening to us. The haters is watching, the fans are watching, the supporters are watching, right?
Right.
But what we have to do, Bando, because we're a little bit more mature when it comes to handling this type of scenarios, this type of negativity, because
we can handle the pressure. We thrive even better when it's pressure. I'm like Robert Ory, but go ahead.
What I'm saying, Bando, is they don't know you as a person, Bando. They don't know what you've been through.
They don't know. Exactly.
They don't know what you've been through, and they don't know why you can handle things the way you can handle things because of the pressures and the things that you've had to handle before this
through
life in general. Same thing with me. You know what I mean? People come at me a lot because I'm a pioneer in my own space. I'm an originator just like you, Bando. I got my own style just like you, Bando. I speak my mind, but at the same time, they come at me because it's more like I was saying before, it's like they hate what they love, Bando. Think about it.
Yes.
They hate what they love. Now, one thing that I do, because I'm well versed in my emotions as far as controlling them, I've dealt with emotional pressure all my life, Bando.
That's how you know how to thrive off of it.
Exactly. I know how to deal. I know how to control it and then respond right to people who try to get me in my emotions. Now, that doesn't mean that it don't turn up my furnace now. but I don't project it out my mouth. See,
ears be burgundy like a motherfucker. Ooh, that nigga got my ears hot. Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, we human,
Yeah.
right? We only human, right? I mean, we
Right.
human. So we're gonna feel things, you know. I mean, you might be a damn robot if you don't feel nothing. I ain't a robot, I'm a human. So,
Nah, they feel something.
well, you know, it's AI, so yeah, they only feel what the programmer puts in it. Think about that. We feel what's around us. We feel what's, you know, we feel shit because we human. Think about it. We human. However, that doesn't mean we're supposed to respond off of how we feel. That's what we're talking about. Don't be just because you feel something, don't respond off that shit, right?
Yeah.
So with me, right, individuals love to, you know, try to, you know, kind of like how you did, Bando. You know, you came at me in, you know, the DM, you said and stuff like that. Individuals love to do that with me, right? But you know, just how I dealt with you, Bando, I deal with people very, you know, very professionally, if you want to call it that, where I don't get into my emotions. And we have a regular conversation. And then guess what? When we have a regular conversation, if you're a real individual, you can respect the conversation. We'll have a conversation as men. And then at the end of the day, we'll hash it out. We'll handshake and we move on. Right.
You still owe me. You owe me lunch and dinner.
Well, I mean, you know, it's all good, man. I mean, hopefully I can return that for you. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, I just appreciate that shit. That's why I was like, man, this should just flow off the rip. Cause it's like, you know what, man? I really truly feel the reason why they hate is because they ain't you. You always hate on something that you see as a threat. Because if you was above that, you wouldn't hate on it. Because you know you got better shit.
Right.
So a motherfucker gets that hate trait in him. Why? Because he knows he's still trying to scratch the surface, and here comes this individual out the blue, got big pool, got big house, got ATVs, got gang of dogs. Like, god damn, I want that. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Bando, they be hating.
Yeah, they hate.
Hey, Bando, guess what nationality they are, Bando?
They're niggas. Hey, that's why them white boys don't like fucking with a lot of them. Why? Because it's hate. Why am I gonna have to go out my circle when I've been growing up with these 10 individuals and we all got dogs, and there's no need to have 13.
Right.
And then now we got to worry about this fool. He all thinking he knows some shit. He quit to speak before. Talk with your ears and listen with your ears. Nigga, talk with your ears. You can't. So therefore, to shut the fuck up and listen, because you can always learn by somebody else's mistakes. If you just shut up, you may talk yourself out of a fucking lesson.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You look at Massive All Bulldogs. Listening to this, I listen to everybody. Whoever said they can learn something from the dumbest person, the smartest person, and anybody in between is a damn lie. I learned how to get my LLC. I learned how to, be incorporated and all that shit. Yeah, I got that. I got all that. Why? Because I listened. Even he filters bullshit, but
talk about Bulldogs. Talk about that individual.
He's special. That man, everything not a pit bull. The misleading stop. He's all right. You know, he's a character. He's special. God bless him.
He came at me multiple times.
Yeah, God bless him. Let me see your pedigree. That's another example of an individual who believes in pet breeding. That's fine. But don't you dare have the courage to come over here where I thrive off performance and ask me about some punk ass pedigree.
Hit him.
I don't want to do Pokemon cards with pedigrees, okay? I'm good. Fuck the illusion. Let's make this shit into a reality. I'm going to show you what I got. They don't talk that language because they know this shit ain't really what they claim to be. Because if it was, the performance level, when you talk about your pedigree, that shit is valuable. Why? Because that shit has work behind it. Nigga, as fast as you will say your pedigree, you will say your work record. If you want to talk about bone crushing, phenomenal, and all that fuckery talk. When was the last time you been somewhere? Who? What's your opponent?
Right.
If you only as best as who? Your opponent. So speak that language. Oh, that's a police talk, but motherfucker, you talk about bone crushing.
Right.
Hell of a mouth and all that shit. What the fuck does that mean? People just learn the lingo and make it sound good.
That's right.
But let's see what that engine do. That's what I. Huh?
Oh, Bando. So when you encountered Masters of all Bulldogs, right? When you encountered him, did he have something to say about what you had going on, or you just kind of just?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, we used to even talk on the phone a little bit, and I knew he was a little special, but I could have dealt with that because he loved dogs,
Right.
and I love dogs. But I knew what he meant, but the nigga don't have reading comprehension. Now, it's reading and there's reading comprehension. He cannot comprehend what he read.
Right.
So, he's special, but he loves his dogs. So therefore, we talked a few times, and then the pedigree shit came about. And at that time, I didn't have no pedigree.
Right.
But I did my investigation. I asked a couple of people, and they referred me to UCA. And from there, I'm already on my fourth generation. I'm on my fourth generation, where it's like that pedigree, even though people be like, what work record do you have? I'm not claiming to be doing that on a high level, but at the same time, I do got a lot of what you want to call low level or just on bragging rights. That's what's the difference. I do things for my own. It's like if you got a classic car, I got a classic car. What classic is better? Exactly with these dogs, man. I've been fortunate. I'm not like you have. You spent thousands and thousands on dollars. I didn't have to do that. I've been thankful because it's not what I do, it's who I know. The most expensive dog on my yard is $600.
Right.
And that's Aki. Messi was $3. Mozzie was $250. Bando was free. And look at my shit. It's hotter than July. It's hotter than July. With no pay. Do you think it got papered up dogs and don't act like this?
Right.
Why not? Because everybody, you, me, everybody, every performance breeding that you do, maybe one or two is gonna be lacking something that you feel like, this is not really, it's a little timid. Hey, every dog that we produce is not gonna be where we want it to be. So we always got to be open-minded, but some people don't, and I understand why, because they paid a pretty penny, and they think like anybody else would think, me included. Fuck that! I'm gonna breed this shit, get my money back.
Right.
So therefore, what you're doing, everybody, for the love of the breed, well, why the fuck are you polluting then and promoting pollution? Why are you breeding? You're showing off paperwork, but every bloodline has winning, losing, cold, and cur dogs. So, nigga, where do your dog fall in? What category? What category? And if you don't know, you're polluting your breed. See, the Bandogs, it's certain traits that you must have, your dogs must have. It's certain attributes your dogs must have. It's certain work they need to do to be labeled a Bandog.
Right.
Don't come at that paperwork shit with these Bandogs. Because it's a hybrid dog. So in other words, you can make your that's why the broad is wide open.
Of course.
Bandogs, you can get in this shit, have your name, stamp it, and build off that shit where you're promoting your brand, your dog. But these niggas don't got no backbone. So therefore, it's hard for a nigga to do that and fathom the thought of him having this bloodline like my own.
Hey, Bando, watch this. Bando, can I interject?
Yeah.
So watch this, right? So I have my own my own Bandog line, right? I got probably 5 variations of Bandogs, me
Yes, you
personally.
do.
And
Yes, you do.
so some of my clients, right, who don't necessarily know about Bandogs, they might ask me, "Hey, coach, do these dogs come with papers?" And I tell them, of course, no, right? Because that's what, when I got my Bandog recipe, my formula, I asked the same thing because I didn't necessarily know about band dogs at that time. I was being taught by the individuals that I got my DNA from, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the same thing, but they asked me, right? Hey, coach, does these dogs come with papers? I say no. I
You don't
said,
have paperwork on your dogs?
none of my band dogs, no.
Oh,
But generally,
I'm gonna give you the link where you can register your band dogs too.
okay, thank you very much. But
Say
let me
less.
let me go ahead and finish though. But
Go ahead.
thank you, Bando. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I go back to what, so I educate them on how I was educated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell them no, they don't, right? And I say, now the thing about band dogs, the allure, right? The things that attract people to band dogs are the multi different breed mix of this dog to be able to perform its job as a band dog. That's what attracts people, not the papers. I said papers is something that used to attract people because it gave your dog validity on how, let's say, pure it was, right?
Right.
So if you documented that, registered that with a registry that held that documentation, because back in the days, the OG dog man would just write down the pedigree, right? They'll just,
Yes, sir.
the registry, they just write their own dog. I bred it with this, the granddad is this, the great granddad is the great grandmama. They did it themselves, right? Before they, they figured out that you can get more money by registering it and having actual official papers. So I always tell my people, like, look, if you want a purebred dog that's bred to be, let's say, a Rottweiler, and it's got a family of dogs or whatever line of dogs that it comes from, and you want 6th generation purple ribbon or whatever you want to call those generations, then you would go get you a purebred Rottweiler. But
Right.
the allure of a band dog is the fact that we got these different breed mixes in it to make it do what it's supposed to do. And that's what people buy. They don't buy the paperwork, they buy the dog. And my people, all my clients, when I tell them that, they're like, oh man, thank you, coach. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when I went and I bought my first band dog and my first band dog genetics, I asked the same question because I was naive about band dogs. And the breeder told me that they used to register their band dogs just because of whatever, right? Whatever people ask for it. But they say, they scrapped that because it's like, why am I going to pay a registry? Why am I going to pay a registry to hold my paperwork when I know exactly how my dogs is bred, and I can tell you, and I can give you the written pedigree? Why am I going to do that? It's just a waste of money. And I say, you know what? You're right. She told me that shit. I said, you know what? You're right. So I told my clients the same thing. Now, watch this. Is what I'm going to do, Bando. Eventually, I'm going to have my own certificate.
Do it.
My own certificate, and I'm going to have it all down and all nice and stuff with the pedigree and all that shit. And I'm going to give that to my clients. Fuck a registry. You feel me?
American Sentinel Canine does it like that. He got his own pedigree, his own shit that says American Sentinel on it.
That's what I'm doing, man. Fuck paying the registry, man.
That's a man with a backbone.
Come on, man. Right now, I got UKC registered dogs, I got ABKC registered dogs, and I got AKC registered dogs. I gotta pay them every time to register my dogs. Why?
And then when people don't understand, when they get that puppy certificate, that's temporarily. You gotta pay $50, $70 to get the original copy. People don't even know that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But my point is, like how you said with American Sentinel, right? I can do that myself and give that to my clients. Well, I ain't gotta pay no registry to register.
Massive Ball Bulldog does the exact same shit. That's why I don't understand how that motherfucker could bash somebody for not having pedigree.
I know.
Hey, you cannot be mad at it. But at the same time, man, it's like this. When you talk about people going to a old school dog, man, or a breeder, what attracted the possible buyer to even go holler at that individual. You know what it was? It's called reputation.
Yeah.
Reputation.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. And how do you get a reputation? Interacting with other people.
That's right. Doing good
That's
business.
what. Yes. People you get whispered about. The mouth could break you or make you. Sometimes only because a person's talking down on the next individual don't mean that other individual is a bad individual. It may be that the person that you're hearing is talking is just really despising and hating because he ain't got what that man has.
That's right.
So it's like, always take heed to what you hear, but what people say, their opinion is not fucking law. They are not law. What you could prove is all what you need. You prove that this individual dog ain't shit, then you expose that. Why? Because you care about your community. It's not hating. I don't think it's hating. If a motherfucker don't have what he allegedly portraying to have, you are sympathizing the bullshit. I feel that a motherfucker that exposes is not hating because he's bringing facts. What you're doing is raising that bar and the line of dogs that you have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, Bando.
Hmm?
The top, we'll have to do the three. We got to do the 1, 2, and 3. The top 3 dog communities from rated number 1 to the 3rd, right? Which from the worst to the least worst, which ones is the worst, like dog communities from number 1 all the way to number 3? We're gonna do top 3.
It has to be the bully. The bully is number 1, and neck to neck with the bully is the American Pit Bull Terrier community.
Okay.
And it's a tie for 3rd with the bully and the American Pit Bull Terrier community. So someone, yes.
No, but no. Hold on. That's 1 and 2. That's 1 and 2 now.
They tie for 3 too. They tie for 3 too.
But then hold on. But then that's only 2 communities. We gotta get another community. If you know of any other communities out there that's kind of
I don't really know, because honestly, like, show line is bush. Everybody likes, I don't know. I don't like show. Show, it tends to have the look, but not the engine. The engine is the fucking moped when it's supposed to be an SRT8. It got moped engine. But I feel it has to be another show type dog where, people is more worried about the paperwork than the dog. And the only 2 breeds I could think about that is really judgmental on that is the bully and the American Pit Bull Terrier. That's why I only have 2.
Okay, I got a 3rd for you.
What?
All right, so this is my order. This is my order. Pit Bull community number 1. Okay.
Ooh.
Number 1, American Bully community number 2, and French Bulldog number 3.
The Frenchies?
The Frenchies.
The Frenchies, it be politicking too.
What? They make the most money.
Oh shit!
And think who's and watch this. Now who's involved in the Frenchies? Think about the individuals that's involved with all 3 of those.
The peddlers
that's involved in the pit bulls, the American bullies, and then the American bully, including exotics. Now, okay, we're gonna do anything bully. We're gonna say the bully.
Yeah, anything bully.
Right. So pit bull, bully, French bulldog. All the common denominator that's in all 3 of those communities
pedigrees
is street. NIG. You already know what the other ones. You already know the you already know the endings of what.
Yeah. The ERs.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yes. What?
I would think the one that benefits out of all this would be the registries.
No. The registries is making a little money on the registration, but these cats is making money off the dogs. The only ones that ain't making money is the pit bull community, but the bully community and the French bulldog community, especially the French bulldog, they killing everybody. They selling fluffies. They selling
You
different
know what
colors.
I seen, my nigga? I seen a hairless bully.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's some new stuff. You know what I mean?
A hairless bully. And a Merle husky. I mean, a chow chow Merle.
I mean, you know, they trying to get the money, baby. Money.
A hairless bully.
Yeah, they trying to get the money, man. You know, they anything to get the money. But like I said, think about the individual that's involved in it, though. You know what I mean? It's the streets done took over the dog community. It's like the dog community is like the hustle game in the streets now. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that, Bando. The individuals that was in the streets is now in the dogs. So that same mentality is now in the dogs. You know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying, but see, I'm a nigga from. I'm the nigga. I is in the streets, but that don't change your love for something. It's something. It's just a lot of people that's like I told you before. It's only four different people in this world. There's people that talk about what happened. There's people that make shit happen, and there's people that hustle, and there's people that get hustled. And it's always, give or take, the ones that get hustled are the ones that talk about what happened. The hustlers, the hustlers always kick it with people that make shit happen. It just goes like bread and butter, baby.
But you know the mentality. Okay, like I said, you come from a background of the streets, right, Bando? But your mentality is still stand upish, if that makes sense, right?
Yes. I'm used to having things, and I learned how to appreciate what you have, but always want a little bit more. It's okay not to be settled with what you have and always want something better for yourself. It's
However,
always good to have that.
you're right. However, most people don't think like you and me, Bando. That's the point. When you have these type of individuals in a industry like the dogs, they bring that mentality of the streets into the dogs. Okay, that kill or be killed, hate or be hated on. You know that jug, that better you than me. You know what I'm saying? You know
Yeah.
the all that stuff that go along in the streets, they bring that to the dog community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then now we're supposed to be loving on, like, this is supposed to be about the dogs, right? But most of these individuals that's in this dog communities, especially the communities that we talking about, they're not in it for the dogs. They're in it for the
Yeah.
money. They're in it for the money. They're in
That's why I always say the dog is the reflection of the men or women behind it.
right.
So if you got some you'll never see a cool, calm, meek, mild individual, characteristics, very shy, to himself, have a sprung out as a high driven, play and prey drive animal, like a Malinois. No, they're gonna have something cool on a reserve,
Right.
chill, because that's a reflection of their character.
Right. That's
You know
true.
what I mean? But at the same time, fuck who don't like you, me, them. And only because a person don't go with your bullshit, don't mean they're hating. How is somebody hating when they're happy?
Well, you mentioned it earlier. It's the constructive criticism. If you
Yes.
got something to say that's constructive to somebody else, another dog man on the other end of that can respect what you got to say. But if you
Hmm.
tell another dog man how to do, what his dogs is, what his dogs ain't nobody gonna respect that.
Especially if the person that you're talking down on got some better dogs and he's producing better shit than your whole fucking breeding program can.
Oh, and
How
that's
the
it.
fuck you talking down on somebody and the nigga outdid you on his first litter? He outdid your whole breeding program. You talking about you been breeding since 1974. One litter just outdid your whole shit.
Man. Well, we can all right. So me specifically, right? I get my most hate from the pit bull community because I'm produce them. I'm like the Floyd Blue, was it Boudreaux, right? You know, the OG dog men who was in the lab cooking up dogs. I'm like,
Right.
man, I'm in my own lab, minding my own business, in my own yard, cooking up my own dogs for my own reason, right? Now, if we was in the arenas and in those days where they was back in the 60s and 70s, where it was, you know, maybe it was a misdemeanor, maybe they wasn't even looking at that type of stuff where you could test your dogs and not go to jail, right? You know, maybe we would be out there doing that in 2023. However, we can't do that nowadays because that's fair time. That's jail.
It's all bad. It's all bad. It's all bad.
No bueno, right? It's no
It's
good.
all bad.
We're not testing dogs in that arena. However, the mentality of those old dog men, and we're just speaking on those because that's the ones that those people in that community want to still deride to this day, right? Oh,
idolize.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we always gonna give people their flowers because I have respect for all men. However, you know what? There's still other dog men all over the planet, all over the world, who have that mentality or even more of an advanced mentality, who's have produced great performance dogs other than them. So these individuals in these pit bull, so-called game pit bull communities, they want to tell you that you ain't got what you got. Like they know what it is. Like, how you gonna tell another dog man in his yard like you telling Floyd Boudreaux what he don't got? How you gonna tell him what he don't got? You ain't in his yard cooking up. You ain't cooking up his dogs. You ain't never seen none of his dogs.
Is there a reason why everybody know that man and hardly nobody knows the one that's speaking down on the individual? Well, besides the internet.
The internet only knows them. Not even the internet knows them. That's just the individual. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying about the community. It goes back to the community. That disease of that type of individual is ran rapid all through that pit bull game dog community. These so-called talking individuals, or these, I like to call them Michael J. Fox in the past, still living in the 80s and the 90s. Not to knock you for what you've done, but at the end of the day, this is 2023, man. For you to still think that what you did back then is relevant now, it's not. Nigga, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. He's a legend, but that's done. Michael Jackson is done. Prince
and not impersonators, though.
What I'm saying is you know what I'm talking about. That original essence of what that is done. That's called the past. What's mattering is the Drakes and the whoever else is. I'm doing that as an analogy. You know what I'm saying? Individuals that's winning now. So you got to give them their spotlight and their credit. We can go say, well, damn, you ain't, you know, Chris Brown, you know what I mean? You could dance, but you ain't Michael Jackson. Stop, what? Nigga, what? That's Chris Brown. He ain't Michael Jackson. He's Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is the mindset of these individuals, Bando. They come into the community, or they're in the community, not to elevate it, you know, not to
but produce it with paperwork.
Well, that's all they got nowadays in that community. That's all they got is paperwork. You know what I mean? They ain't got the dogs because you can't really prove the dogs. So all you got is, you know, what those dogs did in 1970 or what those dogs did in 1980.
They're using that pedigree like Pokemon cards.
Did in 1990 something, you know what I mean?
But if it wasn't for the pit bull, I can't be no hypocrite or nothing. I love me a pit bull is a shit. I swear. But if it wasn't for the real American pit bull terrier, the performance of American pit bull terrier, I wouldn't have the type of band dogs that I have now.
I mean, like, man, on the previous episode I had to break down our boy Mr. John Swinford, man. You know what I'm saying? What did he use? He used the Neapolitan Mastiff and the pit bull, man.
But so, you know what?
Sauce. To me,
I'm gonna tell you something though. It was much easier to make a high performance band dog back then than it is now. Back then, everything was hot. You get a Rottweiler, that motherfucker gonna be a Rottweiler.
Yeah, it's a lot more working dogs. Yeah.
It was nothing show. Now, if you got some hot shit, In today's age, you got something special. I think the working dog now is more valuable now than it was back then, but it's harder to make.
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree
That,
with
the
you.
moral of the story and everything, stop looking for friends. Stop looking for friends. Let your dog be a reflection of what you speak about. Let that dog be a reflection of your character.
Yeah.
And a blind man will see you. A deaf man will hear you. Your baby mama will love you again. But you know what I mean? Like everybody, you will get the when it's your time, it's gonna be your time.
That's right.
Don't rush time. Don't rush them dogs. Mold them motherfuckers. When you hear my videos, you get motivated, go exercise your dog. Instead of exercising them fingertips, go exercise your dog.
Oh, call them the IG fingers.
Man, Twitter, man, oh my God. I have yet to see this motherfucker walk his. I seen one video of him walk, and he was out of. I'm talking about the owner. That nigga been puffing. Nigga walk a half a block. God damn.
Dang.
Show some videos of your dogs exercising. What you feed your dogs. What is your formula? What is your program? And why is it as your formula as feeding? There's a lot of other people, my nigga, like new dog man. Everybody, there's a lot of good people where they cooking up some shit and they're not as popular as the next Bandog breeder, but goddamn, their production's neck to neck.
Yeah.
They're just being slept on.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know how to market themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily know that. And like I said, that's a whole lesson in itself. How to do that, how to be effective in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. In
But
other
at the
words,
same,
be your biggest hater.
be your worst critic. They call it. Be your worst critic. You know what I'm saying?
If you go hard on yourself, nobody else could go as harder than you. Go hard on yourself. I mean, be real fucking anal about everything.
Yeah.
Like, I hate making videos with shit around. So what I gotta do, pick up that shit. Why? Because I'd be damned if I see somebody's kennel full of shit, because I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you ain't got no class.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only do myself like I do the next individual. So how am I wrong? How am I a hater when I do the exact same thing to myself?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? But then there's not many people. That goes back to what we talk about with these communities. There's not many people with good morals and good ethics behind them, or any type of mandom or manhood intact. It's all about the drama. You know what I'm saying? It's all about hate, downplaying this and downplaying that, and that is the downfall, especially the pit bull community. That's why these individuals in the pit bull community can't get no money for their pit bulls.
Yeah.
Because
They what?
Because ain't nobody respecting them nor the dogs. They're not.
Because they're not doing nothing to be respected by.
Well, I mean, they hating and they living in the past.
How is somebody gonna take you serious when on that level nobody never heard of you? But you go on YouTube, you the first nigga to pop up.
But Bando, even if they did, you still living in the past. The only one who's really able to ride that wave the way he's been riding it is what? Chico Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the great promoter. You know what I'm saying? He promotes and he pushes his wave and he gets his money. But other than that, all these other individuals, like you said, riding pedigrees and stuff like that, the individuals that's jocking your pedigree ain't gonna pay the money for your dogs.
And if a motherfucker just want pedigree, he just in it just to breed for the dogs. He ain't trying to set shit in stone.
Well, he ain't trying to do his own thing, or she ain't.
Yeah, he ain't trying to do his own thing. He just want to ride the wave. I like you, so therefore I'm gonna buy one of your dogs.
Yeah, they ride the path. They not.
That. Make your own wave.
Thank you. There it is.
Whether it's a rave off another wave. Yep. But make your own wave. I'm trying to make a tidal wave. I want to fuck tsunami. Hit these niggas like a tsunami.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? But that's what they hate on, Bando. That's what they hate on. They hate on the originators. They hate on the people that's doing their own thing. They only give validations to people that did their stuff in the past. You know what I mean? Versus what you doing now. Like, what you doing now? Like, shouldn't you be making dogs better? We should always pay homage and salute to the ones that did it before us, and that's called respect and give them their flowers. But we should be trying to do our own thing like they did their own thing, and that's what you should be saluting. You should be saluting the ones that's coming out there cooking up their own stuff. That's doing the do. That is the dogs. That's what it should be. But that's not what the game is today. I mean, especially in the pit bull game.
Let me knock you down to shine. I want to knock you down to shine.
Correct. That game is that community is a wrap. That shit's Badeep. That's all, folks. And the next one is the bully community. That's the next one that's going under, because now all the realness is coming out about how they lied about how they made them dogs, and now everybody's snitching on each other about what they did and how they did it and all that stuff. And there's
whistleblowers. It's whistle. I'm telling you, they're the another form of that. They knew a little secret. They fell out. What they do? They start telling. They mad. They start telling. They start exposing niggas' business. As I say, keep your shit stiff-lipped.
Hey, Bando, they upset that other breeders is making more money on their dogs than the other ones is making the more. Like, they hating on other ones making more money. And man,
why you didn't give me my recognition? I sold you that dog. Why you didn't mention my name?
Man, it's horrible, man. It's going down to tubes too. So the bully community is going down to tubes as well. You know what I mean? And like I said, the Frenchie community, there's not a lot of backbiting, but because there's so much money that's involved in it, it's gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much money. Like, they getting the most money out of everybody.
What's the difference between a Frenchie and a fucking rabbit?
I don't know. What's the difference?
I don't know. They don't both do shit.
I don't. I just know that that's the America's #1 dog. And these guys is making, 50, 20,000 a puppy, 10,000 a puppy, $100,000 for certain dogs. And like, they're getting that bread, man. They're getting that bread, and like I said, there's the individuals that's involved in it though, Bando. There's a common denominator in all three. You know what I mean? And it's an element, it's the element of the streets. And when that mentality gets involved in these dogs, that's when it becomes shady. It becomes, underhanded. You know what I mean? Because there ain't no ethics in the streets. We know that. There ain't no rules in the street, even though the principles was supposed to be, how they teach you, the OGs teach you about that, but they don't apply that. It's not applied when we talk about when the pressures is on, all that stuff you was taught don't apply in the streets. You know what I mean? Because the pressure's on. Nobody gonna take their L on the chin like they supposed to when you're supposed to be gangster. So the same thing now in the dog, same thing in the dog game. You know what I'm saying? It's the same stuff. Finessing 101 going on, lying and 101 is going on, pocket watching, the other individuals counting your pockets, hating is going on in the dog game, lying is going on, Manipulation is going on. The smoke and mirrors is going on. And this
magic show
community. You know what I mean? And being that right now the Bandog community is in its infant stage, it's not even really a community, is brand new. We talking about this right now. We hopefully are going to be able to set the tone to where we're going to be putting the X on anybody who coming in with that fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Any of that stuff. Any of that hate when it comes to these dogs. And that's why I love the fact that we doing Bandogs, because your recipe is your recipe. Why am I can't hate on your recipe. That's your recipe. We supposed to be, that's the whole.
If it worked, but it got to act a certain way.
Correct. It's got to do the job. It's got to do the definition of what it's called, right? A Bandog. So, but the whole point is, you can cook up your dog the way you want to cook up, and if it works and if it does what it do, I'm gonna salute you. You know what I mean? Bando, good job on your recipe. Same thing with me. I got my recipe. Same thing. Whoever else is in the community, we can give them their salutes. And even if they're not there yet, we still supposed to encourage them, because we started at that point too when we building our recipe to try to get it to a point. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
why are we gonna knock the lesser man who trying to get there because he's not there yet? Why would we do that? Oh, nigga, your recipe ain't shit, nigga. Oh, your dogs ain't shit. If your dogs ain't cooked up like mine, it ain't shit. Oh, like, no, we ain't gonna be about that. Not in this community, we ain't. You know what I mean? And if they do,
that motherfucker better work though. He better do something.
Well, they gotta work. That's the only way they're gonna be.
They gotta do something, man. Guard work, something.
They have to be the definition of a band dog for it to be.
What's the definition of a band dog, my nigga?
I mean, what they say? A dog that's tied up in the daytime and then let loose at night to do fucking guard work and work to patrol the property. Band dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's the definition.
They got to be a family dog, basically an oversized gladiator dog.
Yeah. But the band, because the definition of the band being it tethered up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The band dog.
To be bonded.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, do the job of protecting the family and, whether for prey or predator.
What type of dogs you got?
As far as what? The band dogs or just dogs?
What's on your yard right now? What you feeding?
Man, I got pit bulls from Standard. And this is my own shit. My own shit, Bando. I cook my own shit up. I got my own pit bulls. That's my bloodline. I cooked up. I got my own XL pit bulls, and I'm working on producing my own double XL pit bulls. So I'm gonna have three different pit bulls. I got the recipe on my yard, so I got all three of those. I got band dogs. Right now, I got 4 versions of band dogs on my yard. 4 different versions of them right now on the yard.
Right.
Let's see. I got
a question for you.
Yeah.
What's the difference between your XL pit bulls and your double XL pit bulls?
Just the
What's
size.
The difference?
Just the size.
Different size? It's like a Glock 27.
Yes.
It's like a Glock 23 or 22. It shoot 40s.
Correct. It's just exactly. That's the only difference. It's just the size. It's not an XL like a bully, right? It's just an XL. Let's say you got a standard pit bull, whatever. It weighs this much, and its height is that much, and its phenotype and genotype is this, right? Standard fits the standard, whatever that standard is for a pit bull, right? Then you have something that's bigger than the standard. That is my XL. It's bigger than the standard. That means it's taller. It's got a little bit more weight, but it's still got the same phenotype and genotype of the standard. Still looks like it. It's just taller, a little bit heavier, right?
Right.
And then the double XL looks just like the standard, looks just like the XL. It's just a little bit taller than the XL and a little bit heavier than the XL, but they still look the same. They still do the same and look the same, but the height and the overall size is different. That's the only thing that's different.
Could you comfortably say your XL and double XL pit bulls, could they be or should be considered just band dogs?
Hell no.
Why?
Hell no. Because they are phenotypically and genotypically pit bulls. They don't. They're not mastiff. Nothing. They're mastiff. You look at for example, you look at my boy AK.
Yeah.
Somebody might say, "Oh, that kind of looks like a presser," but presser ain't tight. Pressers don't got that tight skin. They don't got the tuck. They didn't got the tuck in the
They don't got the tuck in the stomach. They got a pillow stomach.
And they got looser skin. Okay, they got looser skin, and but even though they kind of look pit bullish, but they don't. A
box head and cropped ears don't mean it's pit bull.
Okay, now you look at my boy AK, right?
Oh yeah, AK the bad motherfucker. I like him.
Hey Bando, if I shrunk him down to 45 pounds, took him from 26 inches tall to let's say 17, 16 inches tall, okay? In his same phenotype, that means what he looks like, and then how he acts with his drive, prey drive period, and his athleticism. If I shrunk him down to that standard height, you would say that dog's a pit bull. Oh, that's a pit bull, man. That's a buckskin, the old school classic buckskin color. all the shit. Oh, that's a pit bull. That's a pit bull. But you know what? He is not standard size, Bando. He's 26 inches tall.
How much is weight?
That boy's 112. He's a free. He got bones like us, Bando. He got bones like us. But you know what it is, though? See, this is the difference, right? This is what
it is. Dry.
No. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. This is the difference, man. When you're a breeder, right? And you know how to cook up dogs, you tap into other breeders who know how to cook up dogs. When I was looking for a larger pit bull, because I wanted to make me a larger pit bull, Bando. I wanted to make me one, right? So I looked for the breeders who already did what I wanted to do. That's what you do. You go and search and you look and see, okay, who's doing what I want to do? Then I go and do my search. I find the breeder that's doing it, that did it. Hey, I got this dog, that dog. I look at the parents. I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh, that matched the phenotype, genotype. Oh, that matched the phenotype. Oh, that's the height I like. Oh, that's the. And then he cooked it up. I came with my money, said, how much you want from that? How much you want for that genetic DNA? Because I know it's all genetics, because I'm a breeder. I know it's genetics. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. I'm not ignorant like these individuals that we would be talking about. These other, these ERs that we talk about.
ERs.
Right. They're ignorant. I'm not ignorant. I'm smart. I understand genetics. So I like, oh man, okay, I like the way you cook that up. I want to make something like that. Can I get those genetics? I'm buying his genetics. That's all I'm buying, because I ain't got that recipe he got. He got it. I go to him, I buy. He tells me how much I want it. Boom. Then I get that dog, right? Now, when I get AK over here, right, I'm just buying off the genetics of the parents. I don't know what AK is going to be. I just know what the parents got on there. And I'm going to take him to my standard pit bulls because I want to make my own. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the dog, right, it grows up to be this freak like AK. I just was blessed enough to buy the dog, pick the dog as a puppy. And when the puppy's a puppy, we don't know what the fuck they're going to be as a little puppy. He's a little ass dog. He just grows up to be that freak, Bando. He grows up to be that freak that he is today. Now I got that DNA. And I can produce him, because not only does he look it, he produces himself. He produces those genetics. I got exactly what I wanted. He acts just like my smaller pit bull. The only thing that he don't have, that I'm grateful that he don't have, Bando, is that want and desire just to kill every dog on my yard. I'm so grateful that that dog don't want to do that, man.
Hey, that's a problem sometimes. It's a problem. I wish things were just copacetic around this motherfucker.
I'm grateful, Bando. Imagine that type of dog being like my dog Shaka, for example. I got a dog.
You got to put that motherfucker in a kennel or for sure. Well, you got the land to do that shit. You got how many acres you sitting on?
I got 6.5 acres. However, Bando, right, that dog would be a problem, because think about handling a dog that's 112 pounds with that type of drive that want to kill everything. That would be I probably had to put him down. I probably couldn't. I don't want to deal with that. Could I deal with that with my boy Shaka? I can handle him. He ain't that big. You know what I'm saying? He's standard. I can handle his ass.
How big is he?
Shit. Let's see. Shaka's probably like 18 inches. He's
That's the all black one.
That's the blue one. That's the blue
one.
The blue one. My boy Shaka. He's probably like maybe 60 pounds.
That's the one that got busted open.
Yeah, one of the ones that, but him and his sister was the one that was all busted open. But that's the one that's on my page. He's probably, him and my boy AR-15. They're the hottest ones on my yard. AR-15 and him, they tied for the hottest dogs I got. They want to kill everything. That's
some type of dogs, man.
Yeah, they want.
But hey,
imagine if CK was like that though, Bando. It'd be a problem, because that dog would just crunch everything up, man. He's just too big and too powerful. He'd crunch everything. You know what I mean? So I'm blessed that he don't have that person. Like, he has a personality to where they don't phase him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll ignore them ass. He'll ignore their ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so grateful that he's not like that. Now his kids though, because I bred him to my pit bulls that got that fucking stupid, crazy prey drive. His kids is on a whole nother height. You know what I'm saying? This kid's right. Height. You know what I mean? So, but like how you described it, would you call that a band dog? No, because there's no mastiff look. There's no mastiff type of personality in him. He looks just like I said, a larger pit bull. If I shrunk him down, we wouldn't even be having this discussion, Bando. If I shrunk him down, we wouldn't have the discussion. Niggas would be like, "Oh, that's a damn that motherfucker's game as hell. That motherfucker game dog." You know what I mean? But
Hey,
you know,
so his not Draco. AK is what's his name? AR
AR-15.
Father? Sire?
No. Okay, AR-15 is my Bandog. So AR-15 is a Bandog that I produce that's got a Neapolitan Mastiff, German Boxer, American Bulldog, and game pit bull.
Oh, I know.
That's
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the black dog. That's AR-15. Okay, he's on the whole. You know, that nigga that he's a problem. Okay?
I like him.
Now, AK, I bought him from the UK. There's a kennel called Lion's Lair out there in the UK.
Lions what?
Lion's Lair.
Lions Lair.
In the UK, dope ass kennel out there in the UK. Now, the UK, you know, pit bulls are illegal, but they bypassed that by calling their pit bulls bullies. That's how they bypassed that. But now they
now they shitting bricks. Now they bullies is bad.
They banned them because they caught on. You feel me? They caught on to what they was doing. So they, you know what I mean, they banned them XLs because they knew they was doing. That's why they banned them, because they knew they're shipping pit bulls over here and calling them bullies. See what I'm saying? So anyway, I got AK from there. Now there's a dude, Crack Kennel. You ever heard of Crack Kennel?
I think I have.
You might have heard of him. He got a red. He got them Camelot dog. Well, I guess we can call them Camelot dogs. I'm not gonna say it's Camelot, but they got Camelot blood in them or whatever, right? But he he do red dogs and stuff like that. He's a brother, man, pretty cool brother, whatever. But anyway, he had a dog that he produced that he sold over there to the UK. His name is Gunner. It's a red dog. His name is Gunner. Okay. Now, what they did with that dog in the UK, bruh, I made that dog probably $100,000 dog, man. As far as like the puppies and then the stud fees, they stuff. But anyway, they shredded them up. Imagine a red dog that's got the size, but then they shredded them up like a game dog, man. When I saw that dog, Bando, and then the drive, he got the drive, man. He got the drive that he loves. Oh my Lord, he got the drive, man, that we love, right? You see the dog. Oh, that dog is serious. But he just got those features, and he is muscled out like a conditioned game dog. Hands down, one of the best red dogs I ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you some stuff on him so you can see him. I'll send you that so you'll be like, damn, that motherfucker ain't no joke. But then not only that, right? He bred it to a dog. You ever heard of unleashed kennels? Unleashed kennels?
Nah.
Okay.
You know what? I think I did.
You might have. I'll send you that stuff. I'll DM you all the information so you can see whatever. But anyway, they breed XL pit bulls. That's their thing, is XL pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? They breed blacks. Black dogs, as they claim to fame, is the black dogs, right? But they breed XLs. Okay. So the dude over there, Lions Lair, he went ahead and bought all the best type of dogs from the US, right? He got bred, shipped them over there to the UK as bullies. Then he cooked them up his own way. You know what I'm saying? He cooked all the shit that he felt was the best his own way. He produced, some top tier dogs, okay? And he charges a lot of money for them. So that's how I found out about him. And then I found out where he got his dogs from. He got his dogs from the States, but the people in the States he got his dogs from, they wasn't cooking up like him. They did it after him though, but they didn't cook up the dogs like him though. You know what I'm saying? They copied him afterwards, right? Because he got the wave and he was, making all this money off the dogs he bought from the States. But to make a long story short, he had the recipe. That's all I'm saying. He had the recipe for what I was looking for. That's how I got a dog named AK. That's how I got a freak of nature like AK in my yard, where ain't nobody got this damn dog. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I do though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that motherfucker is proper.
Bando,
Bando.
Guess how much I paid, Bando? Take a guess.
1,000.
How much?
1,000.
I wish. Hey, times that by 12. 5. Nigga. 12.5. 12.5.
Dang.
Okay.
You got it. Hey, you wanted it. Yeah.
But I
It
mean,
is what it is. You feel me?
Bandog, but understand, ain't no individual got one but
Ain't
me.
got that.
Thank you. That's why you pay for those genetics. That's why I
Yes,
paid,
sir.
because I got those genetics. You know what I'm saying? I got them, and then I can produce it. So that's what it is. So like you said, you made it. You made a comment saying, "Hey, would you consider it a band dog?" No, I got band dogs. I can show you what a band dog is. I got band dogs. I got mastiff type dogs. I can show
Yeah, I
you.
just wanted you to tell other niggas that it's a big difference. You know what I mean? It's just not just two cross dogs. Oh, it's a band dog. Nah, hell no.
They want to say, because they don't understand breeding. They don't understand genetics. So watch this. They probably would say that Mayday, which is what they say, maybe 75 pounds chain weight off the chain. Okay. Mayday
Damn.
was a big game dog. Okay. What you gonna say to that? Oh man, that's not no damn pit bull. He's 75 pounds. Shut your dumb ass up. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, stop it. Y'all think y'all know how every dog is bred? Stop playing. You know what I mean? Like,
Manipulation.
man, it's what we talk about with the ER is ignorance. This is ignorance. It's like, use your brains. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's genetics. You got people all shapes and sizes. That's not a human being. He's 7 foot tall. Well, that's not a human being. He's 5 foot. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
But this is the mentality that we talk about in these communities, Bando. It goes back.
I want to be accepted. Accept me. You're my friend. Type shit.
Yeah, that too. But it's just like you said, it's the Mr. Know-it-all. You already know everything, so you can't learn nothing else, right? Whatever you understand, and that's it. That's all whatever you understand, that's it. There's no other things outside of what you understand or what you comprehend. Like when you talk about that reading comprehension, there's nothing else outside of your comprehension. So being that there's nothing else outside of your comprehension, it is what it is. And what you say is law. Stop playing. Stop it. You sound and look ignorant when you talk like that. There
Fact.
are dog men and dog women who really know how to cook up dogs, performance dog, and they know how to make them the right phenotype and genotype, and they know how to make them miniature. They know how to make them medium. They know how to make them standard. They know how to make them XL. They know how to make. I mean, come on. There's a toy poodle, and then there's a standard poodle. Well, there's a giant schnauzer, and there's a
A
standard.
mini.
There's a
That
mini
mini schnauzer.
pincher, and there's a regular dog. Stop playing. You see what I'm saying, Bando? You see how
Yep.
small-minded these individuals are?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem with these communities today. Is there's a lot of ignorant, small-minded
Knowing
individuals.
damn well they wrong. Know they're wrong in like two left shoes,
I
but they'll
mean,
say good job.
come on, man. It's sad. It's sad, and it's more sad. But at the same time, we got to address it. You know what I'm saying? So that it doesn't affect our community, the band dog community. I don't want it to affect.
Keep on band dogging, baby.
You know what I mean? I just want to deter that type of energy, and I want to encourage everybody who's into these band dogs to do you. Whatever you feel you want to do, as long as it fits what the definition of that dog called band dog is, do it. However you want to cook it up, cook it up. You know what I'm saying?
Just cook it
Just
up.
make sure it do what it do. That's all you got to make sure it does. But there's no hate involved when it comes to what we're doing in this band dog community. We're not going to try to dictate another dog man's program or another dog man's yard. We're not going to try to downplay another dog man's program. All we're going to do is give what we call constructive criticism. Ain't that right, Bando?
Indeed.
That's what it's about. Okay. Constructive criticism, helping the next dog man get better. You know what I'm saying? That's what we should be doing in this community. All that other stuff, try your best not to get caught up in that stuff. Try your best.
Just let your dogs be a reflection of that. Just let your dogs work.
Yeah, that's it. Let your dogs do the talking, but we know that's not what they're going to do. But at the same time, let your dogs do the talking. Okay. Mind your own business in your own yard. Mind your own business unless you got something to help another dog man out in your commentary, right? Shut your IG fingers and your Twitter fingers and your whatever else
All that shit.
fingers, your YouTube fingers up. If you don't got nothing positive or constructive to say to your brother, your dog man brother, or your dog man sister, just keep it to yourself.
Make it make sense.
You know what I mean? Just back up. It's not worthy of your commentary if it's not productive. Okay. If it's not constructive, it's not worthy. You're not doing nothing but looking ignorant at the end of the day. And I just don't want that disease to affect our community right now that we starting over here with the Bandogs. You know what I'm saying? I just want to encourage everybody to do you. You know what I'm saying? And don't get caught up in your Whitney Houston when you get these individuals trying to downplay your stuff, because they're going to do that. And especially like when we're talking about Bando, when you're coming with your own original sauce, your Bando sauce, they don't like that when you got your own sauce, Bando. We're not out there deriding another man's bloodline. Oh, I got this bloodline and that bloodline. No, it's Bando bloodline. It's Formula One bloodline. Oh, y'all don't like that? Oh, I can't have my own bloodline? Oh, wow.
Everybody can do it. You just got to start off somewhere.
I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. The people that they deride started with their own bloodline. What? It stops with them? It stops with them? We cooking up.
You can't be a competitor. You got to be a yes or master type shit. If not, then you're hating.
Man, it's nothing new under the sun, Bando. It's simple as that. It's KISS method, like I talked about before in the previous episode. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. It's KISS. Keep it simple. It ain't nothing new under the sun. If somebody else did it 10 years, 10 decades, 100 years, 1,000 years ago, what, you can't do it today? What stops you from doing what you did or doing what they did 100 years ago? Are you serious? Right. It stops then? 100 years ago, it stops with them? That's how ignorant these individuals are, Bando. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how over.
Maybe it's not even ignorance. It's just the unknown.
No, it's ignorance, Bando.
They don't know no better.
No, it's ignorance. No, they know better. It's ignorance. They know better, but they choose. Ignorance is a choice. They choose it. They choose it. Because all you got to do, like you said, you mentioned it earlier, man, use your ears more than your mouth. Listen. Understand, then comprehend, then apply. Listen and comprehend and apply. Do that. Don't run your mouth. Okay. You don't know everything. You don't know. And especially if you ain't in the lab cooking, you ain't got no experience in the lab making your own bloodlines, you better hush your mouth. Don't talk about what other people did. You ain't the other people. Don't be, you trying to get clout off of copying another man's recipe. You need to give that man his homage, and that's it. But if you trying to do what I would say the real dog men want to do, you want to create your own. Real dog men want to cook up their own recipes. Now, if you want to follow somebody else's recipe, I'm not knocking that. Understand that. I want to let y'all know. I'm not knocking if you want to follow a recipe that you like.
Everybody got to get their follow something to make something. You need that.
Correct. But let's say if somebody wants to continue on what somebody else made. Let's say they like Bando blood, right? They want to continue your recipe. They like, Bando, give me your recipe. We're not knocking those people. You know what I mean? We're not knocking those people who want to copy or continue.
No, it's just nonstop promoting somebody else's shit when you can promote your own shit.
Well, you're right. At the same time, it's like this. Don't knock somebody who wants to make their own shit, like you said. If you want to follow a recipe that's already established, a bloodline that's already established, you can do that, and we're not going to knock you for that, okay? But do not knock another man or dog woman, a dog man or dog woman who's doing what they want to do with their program and producing their own line. Don't knock them. Don't do that. Because that shows the hate. That shows the feminine energy. That shows the weak man that you might be, okay?
You are. Well, you pretending not to be.
Or there you go, like what Bandog says, you are what you pretend not to be. Because a lot of people are on that pretendo. They play that pretendo game on that, smoke and mirrors. So there's a lot of that, and you got to pay attention. Okay, it's hard to see, but you got to pay attention because it's out there, especially in this dog game. But we got to be aware. You know what I'm saying? We got to be aware. Okay, have your dog man awareness up when it comes to these people, and do not let them get you in your Whitney Houston. Don't let them get you in your emotion. Okay, because that's what they try to do. They trying to get you out of character when they try to downplay you. And then they'll try to make you switch up your whole game plan in your program. Because
they'll make you really believe that you ain't got it. And the whole time you got it.
There you go, Ben. They do that all the time. And and that's why we on here, Bendo, because we want to make sure that we educate these people, these individuals, these other dog men or dog women who's getting in the game, who might witness this and don't know how to handle it, and might get discouraged about their program and try to scrap their whole program because they following somebody else's what they say that they should do and what they shouldn't do. You're like, don't do that. Don't get caught up in that bullish, because it's out here and they're gonna do it to you, and that's the whole game. That's the whole game. They want to knock you down to build themselves up.
All right, knock you down for you could buy a puppy off of them, and then you got fired. Motherfucker ain't got shit. Whole game, huh?
I mean,
you really have fire. You let that go because you got manipulated, and you say yes sir master. Now you bought a dog, and it's fire. Motherfucker ain't shit.
Man.
Ain't hitting on shit.
Man, it's a lot of that, man. It's a lot of that. People that do it, all that extra credit talking, man, ain't really got it. You know what I'm saying? They don't really got it. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is what you got to learn. People will learn this, Bando. Just like we've learned it through our experiences, they're going to learn it too. But, hopefully they're going to, recite what we said. They're going to re-listen to what we talked about and get
take heed to what we say.
And take heed.
And it's like, don't think that what I speak, it's law. I'm just giving you like my motherfucking experience.
That's right.
Only because I went through it don't mean you'll go through it, but I'm just saying, ears to the scanner.
Well, like we mentioned, there ain't nothing new under the sun, Bando. So what you've gone through, what I'm going through, what the game is going through, what previous dogman is going through, this ain't nothing new, Bando. We ain't talking this. This ain't nothing new. This is something that's been going on since going on. This has been going on. But sometimes we need to give them a reminder, because a lot of people are very emotional about their dogs. I care about my dogs, and I'm sure you are. But don't let these individuals get you out of your character because of how you feel about your dogs. Don't let them get you out of your character. You can defend your dogs, but don't get out of character for these weak individuals. These weak ERs, these weak ERs out here. Don't get out of your character, because they will do it.
Yeah, they will make you get a restraining order against a nigga, boy. I swear. Like, goddamn. And like, come on now, how you wanna? If you motherfucker talking about they real and all this and all that, they from the streets. Well, then how can you put more energy in a motherfucker you don't know compared to your natural enemies? Like, the internet should not make you enemies. It should make you more connections than animosity.
Right, but it's clout, because people, you know how it is.
They're just on it just to steer shit up.
Yeah, because they know people.
They're not here to promote and do all that.
They know people watching, man. They know people watching. So being that
people gonna watch this make some motherfucking magic. That's what the fuck's happening. The Bandog show.
That too. They definitely gonna watch that. But see, people know that the drama gets attention, so they play into it. You know what I mean? It's a sad play in the world that we live in.
Do you think they play into it, or do you think they're just getting fiddled? They're getting played like a fiddle. I think they get played like a fiddle.
Well, I mean, I think they playing into it because they want the attention. That's why they do it. Why else would you do it? Why else would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, just think about it. Hey, Bando, if we was amongst another man and he was acting like that, he would probably get slapped in his face.
Yeah, he wouldn't act like that. Cause
That's what I'm saying.
he been through drama and shit. That nigga trying to be cool, calm, copacetic.
Thank you. He would get punched out, probably shot. Well, nowadays they, individuals ain't punching; they getting stabbed or shot. So he probably
Yeah.
get shot or stabbed for doing some dumb, talking dumb and reckless. But see, on the internet, you behind a damn phone or a keyboard, so you
Yeah.
can't get reprimanded for talking stupid and reckless behind your keyboard.
Uh-huh.
So that's easy to do. They do it so freely because they can't get, like you said, they can't get an open hand slap. They can't get pistol whipped. They can't get stabbed. They can't get stomped out for saying
They can't
something
be
stupid.
reprimanded for their actions.
Facts. Facts. And that's why they do it. That's why they do it. That's why it's the wave. And it gets them attention. It gets people to comment. It gets people to follow them. That's just like them. That's what the world is about. It's about drama. You see the reality TV shows, it's about drama. That's what gets the ratings. So the same thing is what's playing in the dog game. If I put drama towards you, it's going to get me ratings. It's going to make people watch me. People are going to share it, etc. And that's where it's all effed up. Period.
Facts.
And that's communities is what it is today. That's why the dog communities, the three that we mentioned, like I said, the French Bulldog community is coming. It's coming. It's not all the way there yet, but it's getting there. But the main two, American Pit Bull Terrier and the bully community, is the worst. They damn near tied, but I gotta get a pit bull to number one, man. You know what I'm saying? Because not only is the community jacked up, but the number one dog in the world, the number one gladiator dog in the world, is being shunned and hated upon. The pit bull is like how the ER is to the world. Ain't that right, Bando?
Indeed. What?
They treat the pit bull like the ER. They treat the pit bull like the ERs.
It all depends. No, there's a very good. Let me tell you, the pit bull community, like as in performance, they are the most intelligent people when it comes to dogs, as in taking care of them. Cause why? They gotta play handler, they gotta play doctor, they gotta do a lot of different categories to have a functionable and being productive on that level. So it's the scumbags, the ERs of the ERs is making everything more bullshit and more sympathetic to what the fuck they're pushing. Right. When in reality, they ain't even nowhere near that. And what is that? Hypothetically thinking and fucking smoke screen Pokemon cards, that pet shit. I'm telling you, they're doing a lot of what fucking bully breeders are doing. The fuck, ooh, that's fire. Ooh, that's fire. How you know that fucking dog ain't a Kurt? But it's fire though. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm producing what I'm producing, and that's what they're producing. Because even my Bandog got more spunk. Because why? It's not what I'm doing with them. It's where they come from, and we ain't talking about no 10 generation back type shit.
Yeah. It's in genetics.
Pollution on pollution that is not clean air. It's polluted air.
Facts.
It is. But you got a lot of good, I like to say, dog enthusiasts. You got a lot of people that are cool, man. Like I have been interacting and have interact with more good than bad. Even when I thought they were good, they come to find out they were polluting. They're polluting. They're peddlers. Because if they weren't, I would have been heard about them on that level. Not that, what I say is law, but no. If you know people that's really doing it and you ask about them, they're like, who? Who? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But niggas know him as in like the person I'm asking, do you know this person? I don't know. But when I ask other people, do you know that person that said that they don't know the YouTube breeders? They're like, yeah, I know about him. He been having some good dogs for years. You know, they tell you stories about him and his dog, and you be like, damn, okay, like okay. So it's basically not my word of mouth. I'm just regurgitating what I hear coming from the source.
Right.
Oh, I know the source. What the fuck you know the source for? And what? Breeding? Actively breeding? Because there ain't no source in no bulldog shit. Because if it was, you'll be like, man, this dog come up from this dog, this dog. Even if you're making it into a pet, like me, I make my dogs into a pet because I remember and I know where my dogs come from. So I turn them into pets. So I could legitimately say my dog's parents, uncles, fucking aunts, whatever in the fuck, they really doing what they supposed to be doing with these dogs. That's why it shows in the production. Hitler was a better producer than Peabody. Peabody was a damn good dog, but he couldn't produce for shit. Same bitch, used the brother, got some hot shit. So therefore, mind you, it only cause you got a dog that's coming off good shit don't mean that he's gonna be able to produce good shit.
Right.
So, you know, it just this dog game is tricky. Just don't let the paperwork make you make a drastic mistake behind an illusion or a smoke screen. And if you have a good fucking dog and you know it's about something and it's showing a little something, that paperwork is more valuable than a pedigree with a bunch of unknown dogs on it. I tell you that much.
Well, like you said, it's not the paperwork, it's the dog.
It's the paperwork. It's the dog that make the paperwork. The paperwork is just a piece of paper. What makes it valuable is what that dog is doing to make that paperwork shine.
That's right. That's right. And like you mentioned, just because the dog is all that don't mean that it's a producer.
And yeah, indeed. Cause look, I had two dogs act the exact same way, very pleased with it. Very pleased with it. But one dog could not just fucking produce. He couldn't. Same bitch, different dog. The fucking bitch gave me 13 fire ass dog. She killed 4 intentionally. Whoever needs a fucking wooden what you call that shit? To flip pancakes. What you call it? What you call that?
Spatula.
A wooden spatula to break up puppies as a breaking stick. I gotta do that. I got a breaking stick, but it's too fucking thick. I gotta get a fucking wooden spatula and literally break them apart. Why? Because they clamp on each other. It's 4 against 1, 4 against the Royal Rumble where I can't even separate them no more. Because I break one off, the other ones are clamping on. I start spraying their ass with water. Fuck the bullshit. All y'all motherfuckers gonna be cold.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned that doing my pack experiment that 3's a crowd. You can, 3's a crowd. When you got prey-driven dogs, you can only have 2 in the pack. You know what I mean? Because like you said, when one of them when they get into it, they jump each other. It's not no like everybody get it. The one that gets beat up, then they all jump on that one that's getting beat up. It never fails. It never fails. So that's right.
These dogs is a trip, man. I swear. It's an adventure. It's a blessing. It's everything all at once. Like fuck, I just made $80, but I gotta spend $40 on some dog food. Man. I gotta spend damn. You know what I mean? Like but damn, it's like me, I enjoy that shit, especially when I see these motherfuckers act a certain way, like, oh man, like, and niggas want to talk down on my shit because I'm an unknown individual and you only judging on what I show you. That's crazy.
Hey, can I ask you something, Bando? So when you post your dogs scrapping, do anybody report your post and get your post taken off?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
just want to know.
YouTube, my other YouTube channel, that's why I'm trying to be cool, calm, copacetic on this one. My other one, I sort of got had like 10 strikes, my nigga. I stayed on disregard, no lives. Instagram, that shit's, I'm surprised my Instagram, I got a gang of strikes, a gang of them, because niggas just hate. If they can't hate on what I'm showing, then it's a copyright. You know, these niggas is real hoes. They will find something to report.
Yeah. The reason why I was asking you, because they be doing it to me too. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be making sure I have some stuff that's kind of edgy a little bit, but man, they be just be hating on, they be going on my stories and report my stories.
You know what they love reporting my shit about? That I named my dog Adolf Hitler.
What?
If I put Adolf Hitler, American Bandog, they flagged my shit. Why? Because it's a person that was known as to be evil. But if I name my dog Gandhi or King or Malcolm, it's peaches and fucking cream, ain't it? Ain't it? Oh, contradiction there.
Yeah, you name him Satan, it's all good.
Yeah, but I name my you get my drift. Yes, exactly. Like I could name my dog what the fuck I want to. If you don't like it, don't watch it. The fuck?
Yeah. So
people are so hard. I'm telling you, society wants everybody. I'm not gonna change my way of being, thinking, or acting because another person is not secure within himself and is soft. Set of boxers, he has his girlfriend's fucking G-string on, and he got something up his ass. I'm not gonna change my ways behind that individual, but that individual don't need to be in my circumference. Right. He won't get his feelings hurt. Oh, he's bullying me. The motherfucker lives in New York. Why are you even tripping? They soft.
Yeah.
I seen a fat motherfucker, right? When I went to Walmart. He didn't want to even get out of his car to get his own groceries. I see Walmart workers pushing a cart to his fucking car. I say, ain't that some shit? These motherfuckers is so fucking, they need to be pacified. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, pacified. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so sad that these fucking sorry motherfuckers don't even want to get out their own car to get their own groceries. But I'm telling you, artificial intelligence is a code. I'm gonna send that video to you, but that's a whole different level of talk and a different subject. But they making robots.
Yeah,
they making robots, and it's not the robots that you. There ain't nothing like iBot. No, these are real humans. They look like humans. They implanted them. They have look up this one where this lady, just put white lady, freaks out on flight attendant. She's you could tell this lady is very bothered by this flight attendant. She stands up in the middle of the fucking plane. She's crying. You could feel a person's fucking freaked out or she's crying. She's like, I don't know what that is. She's looking at it and pointing her finger. She's like, you motherfuckers want to be on this plane? That's fine. I'm out of here. She's like, I don't know what it is, but that motherfucker is not human. Who's seen that one with Curry, Stephen Curry? He said, I bet you I'm going to make 5 in a row. It's not from half point line. It's from his free throw. This nigga is launching balls one-handedly. All swish. Precision. Not no rim, no nothing. That's a bro. That's an artificial intelligence. They cloning niggas. Think I'm lying? Watch. But that's a whole different talk for a whole different folk. I'm telling you, my nigga, we are being manipulated. We're being crippled in front of our eyes, and we don't even know it. Are so stupid we don't even pay attention to it. Why can't you buy anything without them wanting your name, your birthday, your email, all that shit? Why? Why? They ask what gender you are, or what are you, male, female. What difference does it fucking matter? They want to know everything.
That's right. They're listening every time on your phone.
Hey, you can't call nowhere without them getting your information.
Yeah, they're listening to you.
I'm telling you. Before you, and they're putting robots is not what you think they are. They are human, like, and they're cloning motherfuckers, and they're putting them where it has to do with people on a daily. What perfect spot wouldn't it be to put a person that works as a flight attendant? Deals with a different lot of personalities, different people, all walks of life. Let's see if this shit will pass. And my nigga, I'm telling you, it's shit that's going on. These motherfuckers don't even comprehend, or when they hear it, they think it's craziness. It's not. You keep underestimating motherfuckers like people underestimate my program, and you'll be shocked. Look at Dave Chappelle. He never just came back. When he came back, he just never was the same. I like the skinny Dave Chappelle. This buff ass Dave Chappelle he's just a little dry and corny, ain't he? Like he ain't even funny like how he used to be. They cloned that nigga.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's real shit. What's going on? Everything's going on, and people's not even paying attention. Why? Because they're the ones who's getting a bit. If you're able to be misled, and you want to believe some make believe bullshit, you better know it's bullshit. If you still intend to want to believe in it, well, at least you know what right is right and what's wrong is wrong. These people are just getting taught and led the wrong way, thinking it's all right.
Right.
That's the problem. Misleading information to manipulate the ones that don't know no better. And the ones that know better, we're going to label them haters and jealous. Because why? The majority rules. The majority of you motherfuckers don't have no heart. So therefore, 300. Let's just keep it 300. 300 motherfuckers went through a whole motherfucking army. Perfect example. 300. Everybody want to be a god. Everybody, but they ain't got the heart in it. Everybody want to be a dog man, but they ain't got their heart in it.
Right.
And it shows in their product. Oh, that's just puppies. Okay, that's what they were saying 4 generations ago. And my puppies are still doing the same shit. This is in the heart. I love this shit. I want to have a good name in this shit. I'll call a whole motherfucking litter with a bucket. I done that. That shit, I had to force myself to do that shit. It took a lot from a motherfucker. But I refuse to sell sick dogs or refuse to have my rest of my dogs be at risk of catching some shit behind me trying to play doctor. I'd rather get rid of it and start all over and be like, I know my faults. I know what I did wrong. And just next time be better.
Right.
We got to make mistakes to grow. When you learn, you grow. How do you learn? Making mistakes. It's not what you do to make a mistake that makes you stupid. It's how many times you did it. Damn, when did you catch on that you was fucking up? That's what makes you stupid. Not the mistake. It's how many times you do it.
Real talk.
But yeah, my nigga.
Man.
It's always a pleasure hollering at you. You owe me breakfast now.
What a cook up we had, man. That was salute to you, man.
And one more thing I want to say. If you feel like I said something wrong, anybody who listens to my voice, you guys have an open platform on my platform to let it be known. And it's not, oh, fuck you, woo, woo, woo. Hey, you may be telling me something that I don't see.
Right.
It may be hate, but I treat it all the same. I bet you I'll check myself. See what this nigga talking about.
Well, just make sure as anybody who's hearing Bando say what he say. I know what I heard, and I respect what he's saying. But make sure if y'all got something to say, whether it be constructive or not, man, slide in the man's DMs. Don't be in his comments talking that dumb ish.
It could be in the comments because I have nothing to hide.
No,
I have nothing to hide.
No, slide in my man's DMs where y'all can have a talk. Not in his comments, be reckless and being dumb and feminine. Go
ignorant.
into this DM, or ignorant, right? Go into this man's DM. Even me, hop in my DM and we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, don't be messy in the comments like you a little female. Don't be doing that. If you got something to say to the man, you got something to say to me or whoever, man, slide in their DMs and holler at them, man, like a man. You know what I mean? Whether it be constructive or unconstructive, holler at him like a man so he can respond. But don't be feminine and being messy in somebody's comments just so that you can get some attention.
Or what is it called? Trolling using fake accounts and shit?
Yeah, trolling. Oh, they stay doing that.
I'll be damn, man.
Yeah, they stay doing that. That's why I say slide in my man's direct message and holler at him. You know what I'm saying? He said he got an open door policy.
Open door. Holler.
You know what I mean?
We all can learn from each other, man. It's just we are what we make it.
Right.
We are what we make it, man. That's what I want to be with. I want to be talked about when you talk about the first. I want to be the top 10 American Bandog producers in America. That's what the fuck I want to be. I want to be in that top 10 motherfucking. If I could be top 5, okay, but I'll go top 10, nigga. Let me be the 11th one. I don't give a fuck. I want to be that.
Bandog, guess what I want to be? Guess what I want to be? I want to be the #1 Bandog breeder, Bandog creator in the world. So, hey, we reaching for the stars, Bandog. We reaching for the stars.
I just want to be talked about on that serious level, not as a crash dummy.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. And I'm willing to compete. I'll never hate. I'm willing to compete with anybody. Because you only as good as what you go against. If you ain't going against shit, you ain't about shit.
Well, guess what, Bando? You got a real one over here, man. You got an ally over here.
And I fuck with you. We locked in.
We're going to encourage each other, man. Anything that I can help you with, I know
raise that bar up high. I encourage all American Bandog breeders to raise that bar high so a person like myself has a lot to fucking do and a lot to catch up. Because I'm going to catch up with no mustard. And at the same time, it's going to be all love with no weenie shit involved.
That's right. That's right.
Baby.
I'm with you on that. Touche on that, man.
Whoa.
Well, shit, man. You done put in 2 hours on the play. You know what I'm saying? We had a great cook up. You know what I mean? Thank you for showing up tonight, man, and being a part of this. And I know that.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
It's all love. Pleasure. It's all love, and like I said, I appreciate your knowledge and your insight and all the stuff. I'm sure the world does too. Those that listen back to this, they're gonna get a lot from this. You know what I mean? And hopefully they take heed to what we talked about and they pay attention. And
it's real facts, my nigga. It's factual. There's nothing friction about it. But if anybody needs anything, like even my hate, I don't even like the ones I said dislike. I don't even hate y'all niggas. I don't even know you motherfuckers. If you want to let your dog suffer, do what the fuck is going through, instead of and asking me will change that. Me being a humble individual, I will ask.
Right.
And I will give you the honest God opinion because you know what? I'm not a fucking hater. I'm a competitor.
Right.
So therefore, it's a difference. Get out your feelings. You don't even know me to dislike me. You just dislike my confidence in myself. But don't blame me. Blame my dogs. They the ones that give it to me.
Right.
Get one. I got a whole litter right now for sale. Holla at me.
Holla at them, man. Bandog.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? So do I, man. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all got
keep on bandogging, baby.
Make sure y'all got y'all money right when y'all talk to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't playing.
I take EBT. I take EBT. I won 5,000 in EBT.
you know what, Bandog, I gotta salute you, man. You got one going to New York, man. I salute you, baby. Got one going out of
Man,
California.
I would say thank you in here, man. We all could build on this shit. Let's get it.
That's a good look, man. But you know what, man? We're gonna close out. And like I said, until next time, y'all know where to tune in every Thursday night, 6:15 PST, Pacific Standard Time. Tap into Bandog, talk with the dog guy, man. We got some good information for y'all. But other than that, man, we about to wrap this thing up. Bando, you got anything else to say, man? Give them your socials, man. Give them your credentials, Bando. Tell them where to reach
All right,
you.
thank you. You can get at me at Bando for life _LLC _400, not zeros. O. And on here, those are the only two. Oh yeah, Bando for life on Facebook, but the 4 is spelled out FOUR. And if you're interested in a dog, whatever, I'll work with you. But at the same time, you got to understand what trials and tribulations I went through. So therefore, I'm going to put in the leg work and all that. Just make sure your money right. If your money right, everything's going to be right. I'm going to do what I say what I do. And I'll be waiting for that that update when that motherfucker tearing up your couch. But other than that, I'm good, man.
You're delivering your dogs too? You over there? You doing deliveries too? You flying it out?
Oh no! When I say leg work, it's a few things you need to do when you're shipping. You got to get a health certificate. You got to do all that. You got to drive. I got to drive like 2.5 hours from my location to LAX, and I got to be there 4 or 5 hours before the flight. So if the flight's at 7:30, I got to be there. I got to leave my house around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to get there around 4 when they open up.
Okay. So is your price?
Yeah, I got to put in some work.
Is the price that you selling your dogs for including shipping?
No, I get the option where it's like Amazon. You want that 6 to 10 hour mark, or you want to take 5 to 6 days to get what you want. If you want to go 5, 6 days, it's gonna be cheaper, but you gotta get your own transporter, and it's cheaper, but it's not as safe. At least when you ship, you get it within. Why would you want your dog to be stressed out for 6 fucking days, man? When you could get it in 10 hours with health certificate, you don't have to worry about no parvo. You got a healthy puppy and all that. When you do a transporter, your dog is not the only dog being transported. It's like 10 other fucking dogs along the way. So in between time, your dog could catch some shit, and then transporters are humans. What if I says, you know what? Fuck this. I'm taking this dog. How you gonna get your dog back?
That's true. So are you?
So I don't know.
Are you gonna fly it, or are you going?
We flying. My nigga he want that express delivery. So yeah.
Okay, good.
It is what it is.
So you gonna fly it over there and meet him there, huh?
No, I'm flying. The dog is going solo. The dog will go as cargo.
Oh, okay. So they still doing that?
Yeah. I got an airway bill like 2 days ago.
Okay, I didn't know they still doing that, man.
I'll teach you how to do it.
I didn't know they still do it, man. And what's their prices nowadays, if I might ask?
The airway, it's not concrete until they look at it visually, because it's certain it's recommendations you need to do. They'll give you a price based on the diameter of the traveling crate. The reason why they use a traveling crate, because it's mandated that the dog, whether if the ears are erected or not, cannot touch the roof. Their back cannot touch the roof. Is able to stand up, turn in a circle. We're basically comfortable. So if you know this, you give the diameters. They give you a rough draft of what it may be. But if you know your shit, that diameter that you give is what it is, because you already know the recommendations. Okay. And you need a health certificate. You need an acclimation letter. Basically, the veterinarian says that your dog is capable of flying at so many what is it Fahrenheit or whatever. If it's very, very cold, your dog will be okay. Your dog is able to breathe. If it's very hot, your dog is going to be okay. He's able to breathe. That's why they do a lot of short muzzle dogs, like Boston Terriers, Bulldogs, Bullies. That's all on the ban list. Your dog can't breathe right. They ain't got no snout.
Yep, they ban those for sure. Well,
so
put it this
all
way.
that shit's banned.
If the quote is more than $1,000, I have a pet name. Okay. If it's more than 1,000, then holla at me.
It give or take anywhere between, I'll say $375 and $450.
Damn, that's cheap as hell.
Anywhere between there, and you're getting your dog within 10 hours. Damn, why you want to get a shipper pay fucking $400, $380, and wait 6 fucking days? Oh my God! Imagine where my dog at. I want my shit in 10 hours.
That's pretty good.
Get your mind right. Get your money right.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good price, because I remember when I did mine back when they were doing it, because like I said, it was a pit bull I sent out to Texas, and that shit was like damn near $1,500.
How old was it?
No, it was only a puppy. It was only a puppy. That shit was like $1,500. See, that was back in what, 2017?
Oh yeah, I shipped a whole litter out in the middle of pandemic. That's all I gotta say. And I drove 2 times and they canceled flights. That nigga got his dog, and he bought 2 dogs, and he turned around and bought another 2 dogs because he fucked with me the right way.
Damn it, that's a pretty damn good price, man. Yeah, let me know once you get that final price, man.
I got you. I'll give you the blueprint.
Yeah, I'll see if they you know what I mean, because I use a pet nanny service, but there's
especially if you got international. LAX is LAX has every country's fucking airplane services. So if you got a dog going to, let's say, Iran, you go to Iran fucking airline, you're gonna have to get a international health certificate, and basically that's it. You just gotta want to do it. Right. People go transport away because the breeder don't really want to do all the legwork, going to the vet, knowing what to say, knowing all this. What breed is it? All of this comes into play. All that. Because how you gonna breed? How you gonna ship a dog that's a puppy pit bull or a puppy bandog when mastiffs and pit bulls are banned? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? How you do it?
No, that's true. That's true. That's true. No, we'll stay communicated, man. We'll stay.
Yes, sir. We all learn from each other, baby. Learn what to do and what not to do, and learn how to do.
That's right. That's right, man. So, man, we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up, Bando. Again, I appreciate you, coming on, man, and dropping your game to the world, man. And until next time, man. Hopefully, you'll be available next week, man. We'll cook up again, brother.
Yes, sir. And I want to say thank you. Real shit. Thank you, my nigga.
All love, man. Dog man to dog man, brother to brother. It's all love, man.
Whoa.
So, all right, we out of here, man. We gonna, do what we do best, man. Relax, but we out of here. So, until next time, world. Until next time.